Hi, beautiful souls. So, I want to talk about flow for a moment, um, because I'm in a really space of not flowing, and I am making a concerted effort to get back into the flow. And so I want to share that, because it's very topical for me at the moment. I have been moving around a lot and just not in a rhythm of being able to make videos and publish and post. And that's been really challenging. So let's talk about what is flow. First of all, what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking a little bit about what, the Hungarian American psychologist Csikszentmihalyi studied and researched, like the kind of flow that's about, in a given moment being really present with what you're doing and really into it and doing it really well, so that you're in that perfect balance of enough knowledge about what you're doing and enough challenge, right? So you're not overwhelmed, you're not bored. So there's that kind of flow, and that's a very kind of instantaneous, in the moment flow, and that's a beautiful thing. But there's also flow as in flow over time, right? Consistency with doing things. You're in the flow of making videos, you're in the flow of your project, you're in the flow of making art, you're in the flow of teaching, or whatever it is you're doing, you're creating in your life. And so I've been really out of both of those flows and having a really hard time getting back in. And so that's why I want to share this. It's going to be kind of a bit rambly video, and that's okay because no one has to watch it. And it's a really good moment to share with you how to get back into flow, or at least what I do to get back into flow. And first, I will say it's a lot about just doing it. And second, and even more important, it's also about recognizing that when I'm not in flow, when I'm not regularly creating or whatever it is I think, I want to be doing regularly, there's reasons for that, and to honor those. And so, okay, really the first thing, how to get into flow. Well, the first thing is to understand, why am I not in flow, right? If this is even a question, it's because I'm not there. So what's happening in my life? And it took me a little while to understand that I move around a lot. And when I'm moving around, I spend a lot of time and energy sort of understanding the flow of energies in the place that I'm in, and how do I want to be in them. And that takes a lot of time and energy. And I don't have a lot of extra time and energy to be doing whatever projects I'm doing, like making videos in this case. And I've been moving a lot this summer. And so I haven't been in a place long enough to kind of figure out the energies and put myself into it. And okay, now I can start making videos. And it took me a while to figure that out. So the first thing is, like, why are you not in flow? Like, what's going on? Maybe there's a really legitimate reason. Like for me, that's a really legitimate reason. Even though it's frustrating, right? I really wanted to be making videos. I really wanted to be sharing insights with you, and it feels good. It feels worthwhile. It's a beautiful thing to be doing, and why am I not doing it? And it was frustrating for myself and my partner, my husband, and blah blah blah. That partner, they are one and the same. Yeah. So that's the first thing. Now maybe it's because maybe there's some things that would be good to change. Okay, so mine made sense to me. It wasn't something I needed to change. I can understand. Okay, that's fine. But what if I was not in flow? What if I was not creating because I don't know, something that needed to be changed? Like maybe I didn't have great lighting for my art project. Okay, and I'm not doing it because I can't really see the paint or whatever, I'm trying to look at. And so I need to go out and buy light bulbs or whatever it is, right? So sometimes it's things that we need to change, right? Maybe, yeah, maybe your setting just isn't great for whatever you're trying to do. Maybe you don't have the right people around. Maybe you need more information, or maybe you just need time. That's what I needed. So whatever it is, start to understand what's missing. right? Or what needs to change before you can get into flow. And I think that's really helpful to do. I was actually starting to get depressed. I was like, oh, I can't do it. What's wrong with me? Oh my God, I have no money, blah, 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 you know. So like, it was helpful to understand, okay, why am I not doing this? Ah, that's why, okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing, and I think this is probably the hardest part, is when everything gets back in order. Like right now, I'm in a space where I can be making videos. So when you get your setup right, you know, it's like mentally, emotionally, physically possible for you to be doing whatever it is you want to be doing. You gotta just do it. And that's the hardest thing. It's just starting again. So like, this video is gonna suck. I'm rambling. The lighting's probably not great. I mean, there are horses in the background, but it could be better. It's super windy, you know, and I'm not gonna edit because I never edit. And who's gonna watch this? Nobody. My beautiful husband, thank you. So, you know, am I actually serving anyone with this first piece of art? This first video? Not many people. You know, so the first time you get back into painting, or the first time you get back into cooking, or I don't know, whatever it is that you want to be flowing with, gardening, I don't know. You know, the first thing you plant is probably not going to be in the right place. You're not going to do it right. The first painting's going to suck. You know, this video has tons of things wrong with it, but that's okay. Like, on some level, I just have to do it, right? I just have to get it out. This is going to be maybe crazily windy. I don't know. It just has to happen. And God, that's hard. It's a lot of it's inertia, right? Because you're going along in one direction and you want to shift into doing something else. You want to shift into flowing with this thing that you want to be doing. That's hard. And I think that is actually the hardest, because not only do we have to change inertia, we also have to let go of making the kind of thing we're used to making, right? So I'm talking about people who, you know, you've been creating something for a while, you stop, and now you want to go back to it. The first couple are gonna suck. They're not gonna be up to your standard. I don't know, if you're a writer, you don't have to publish it. You could write it in a journal and burn it, or just delete it. I will put this video up because I know if I don't, well, who knows? I don't have to put this video up, you know? You can feed whatever crazy food you make to the dog. He'll probably love it. Someone's dog. You know, just you kind of have to let go of needing it to be as good as you're used to it being when you were in the flow before, because you're not in the flow anymore, and you just have to start. So I think, you know, step 2 is really like, change your inertia, get some energy and motivation to make something that you know is going to be crappy. That's not easy to do. And who knows? I mean, maybe the first one will be awesome. Maybe you'll make a 5-course meal and like everyone will love it. Who knows? Maybe this will be the best video I've ever made. I doubt it, but it's, I mean, you know, who knows? You know, though, that as you start doing it, okay, so now I've changed the inertia. The next one's going to be easier and better, right? As I start getting back into the flow and I start getting used to doing this again, I start remembering, oh yeah, I need to pay more attention, do this when it's not so windy, you know, but I'll be ready when it's not so windy. I will already start thinking about it, doing the processes that I normally do to make these videos, because I'm gonna be thinking about it. You know, I probably will upload this one because it will remind me what I need to do to upload, what I don't like doing, blah, 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 and how to organize for that. So it's, you know, all those things. Bleh. But you just do it. So I really think that that is the hardest part. And so, because it's so topical, that's why I'm sharing it with you. And it's also, sorry, why this video might be so painful to watch, but here we are. This is real life. Yeah? This is getting back into something, getting back into the flow. Someone described their meditation practice once to me, or read it, I think, a really long time ago, as it was more like a string of pearls, you know, and the practice was not like one steady thing. It was like nothing, and then whoop, they would practice for a while, and they'd stop. That's like the string, and then whoop, there comes another pearl of practice, right? And that's my life. Like I meditate that way. I do videos that way. I am a runner and I run that way. You know, I get these periods where I do things and then I stop for a while. And so I spend, you know, I'm pretty practiced at getting back into the flows of stuff, getting back into doing something regularly. So, you know, there you go. I hope that helps. Congratulations if you've gotten all the way through this video. You're a star. And good luck figuring out, number one, whatever it is that's blocking your flow. Maybe it's just you. That could be easy to change. And getting to step two, which is just freaking doing it. Changing the inertia and just making something. Just starting and not really caring what it's gonna be like, what the quality of it is gonna be. Just do it. It's fine. You're awesome. All right. Hope that helps. See you next time.